The Institute of Management and Technology IMT Enugu came into existence under the then East Central State of Nigeria, Edict Number 10 of 1973, promulgated by the Administrator of East Central State, Ajie Okpabi Asika. The edict took effect from 1st of July 1973, and this gave birth to what is now known as the Institute of Management and Technology IMT Enugu. Dr. Oko I. Oko became the first chairman of council, while Professor M. O. Chijioke the first rector. The institute has an estimated population of about 12,000 students, but with an infrastructure that has hardly been upgraded but for the intervention of the Ifeanyi-Ugwuanyi-led administration, which signaled the massive infrastructural turnaround. 44 years down the line, the current rector and the 16th in the dynasty of IMT rectors, Professor Augustine Uchenna Nweze, took the saddle of leadership precisely on the 10th day of June 2016. The appointment came with a mandate by the governor, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Lawrence Ugwuanyi, to reposition the school and take it to greater heights. In what many considered a very brilliant appointment, highly esteemed Chief Mrs. Ifeoma Nwobodo assumed office in 2017 as the chairman of the IMT Governing Council. Over 1 billion naira was released, which has accelerated and facilitated the accreditation of some of its academic programs, massive infrastructural development, constant payment of salaries in spite of the instability of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Institute of Management and Technology IMT wears a new look, with quality air-conditioned classroom blocks springing up here and there, new medical center, School of General Studies, block of offices and classrooms for the lecturers of these departments built by His Excellency Right Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, School of Communication Arts, housing the Department of Mass Communication and Library and Information Science, School of General Studies, sponsored by TET Fund. Each of these structures have classrooms, studios, and fully air-conditioned. In addition, they all have inbuilt conveniences, healthy for modern academic environment. They were built to taste and will stand the test of time. Beyond this, TET Fund has also funded the restocking of the library under the Library Intervention Fund to the tune of over 200 million naira. It is interesting to note that between 2007 and 2018, there was no convocation until Professor Nweze assumed office in 2016. By December, a consolidated convocation ceremony covering the 32nd to the 42nd was held, thus breaking the jinx. On the 31st of May 2018, the fourth distinguished academic lecture with the theme, The Place of Good Governance in Achieving Functional Science and Technology Education in Nigeria, was organized by the current administration. His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, Right Honorable Dr. Ifeanyi Lawrence Ugwuanyi, was the distinguished lecturer on the occasion. Also in attendance were dignitaries from far and near. And on the 28th of November 2018, Abdullahi Bichi, the then Executive Secretary TET Fund, delivered a steering convocation lecture and symposium titled A Sustainable Funding Model for Education in Nigeria. In his lecture, he encouraged Nigerians to treat funding of education as an investment rather than expenditure. If all schools were like Institute of Management and Technology IMT, with an emphasis on translation of theory into practice, which readily empowers their students with life and survival skills, and which they have demonstrated by the profitable running of a 5,000 capacity fish pond, which is a major supplier to eateries and joints in Enugu metropolis. The roads were not just bad, they looked irredeemable until His Excellency Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi came to the rescue of IMT and commenced the rehabilitation of the internal road networks in 2019. And as a leader who understands that quality control is hinged on supervision. His Excellency, Right Honorable Ifeanyi Lawrence Ugwuanyi, on Wednesday, the 3rd of June, was at Institute of Management and Technology IMT to see for himself the unprecedented massive infrastructural rebirth in IMT Enugu by his administration. The governor took delight in inspecting the ongoing elaborate infrastructural development in the Institute of Management and Technology Enugu being executed by his administration, in line with its concerted efforts to reposition the former state-owned institute to transit into a degree-awarding institution. This is a promise duly kept and a display of the governor's commitment to returning IMT to its past glory. Governor Ugwuanyi was led round the project sites by Deaconess Mrs. Nwobodo, the chairman, governing council, the director of works and services, engineer Dr. Charles Aja, and others in their entourage. The governor, who couldn't hide his fulfillment, and other management staff of the institution expressed satisfaction with the progress of work going on at Institute of Management and Technology, IMT Enugu. Barrister Mark A. Eze, Head Public Relations, IMT, Texan Nemeka Charles Eze, popularly known as Nanny Boy, and Uche Gabriel, both media friends of the government, on a site tour to verify and ascertain the quality and level of ongoing work at IMT.
So the structure you're looking at is part of the Exams and Records Department. To let you know that the current council and management care, you can see that we've made provision for virtually every person, both the able-bodied and then the disabled man. Anybody who is on wheelchair can conveniently, of course, enter this building. Yes.
IMT, skills and service, Institute of Management and Technology.
And then proposed block of classroom and departmental library for the Department of Library Science. Our future mass comm radio will be here. Everything you see is built to taste. The chairs are such that it can't break so easily. Yes, iron. The administration has done marvelously well. The project is sponsored by TED Fund.
IMT, skills and service, Institute of Management.
Part of what we have done here also is to make sure that you have solar. Solar light. What you're seeing is solar light, solar powered light, so that day in, day out, there will be light in and around the environment.
IMT, skills and service, Institute of Management.
The first phase of this project is what you are seeing like this. Over 5,000 fishes were, nurtured to maturity here. So, and it is part of what we have done. In addition to generating revenue, it's also a place for our students to come and learn. It's a beautiful project to behold, and it's something that the institution is still thinking of expanding, so that year in, year out, we should be able to feed the community and even people from outside with fish.
IMT, skills and service, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu. IMT, skills and service, Institute of Management and Technology.
You can see how massive this structure is. At the end of the day, we don't think that there is cause for any lecturer to complain about office accommodation. So what we have here is the School of General Studies. It's a project sponsored by TED Fund. In addition to what you've seen there, is also part of the TED Fund 2013, 2014, 2015 project.
Skills and service.
This is a citadel of classrooms.
Okay.
Classrooms.
Two-story block of classrooms, I guess, yeah. 3 floors. That's a very long classroom. Can take, even more than 300 students.
The students are not even aware of this.
They are not now, many of them.
There will be collapsible demarcation here.
Okay, collapsible.
You can divide this into
two. Yes.
You can collapse it here.
And then make it warm. Yes.
Or if we don't want that, we need 2 halls. We
Close it.
close it up.
IMT Skills and Service, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu.
My name is Professor Augustine Ichechukwunweze. By the grace of God and courtesy of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Enugu State, Right Honorable Dr. Ifeanyi, I became Director of IMT, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu, on June 10, 2016. You will not recognize IMT again because about 12 complexes are going on simultaneously. In fact, many of them are already 90%, 95% completed. So in the next couple of weeks, if not for this COVID-19, by now we have taken delivery of those buildings or those complexes. But I believe in God that in the next 1 week or 2 weeks, we'll have taken delivery of all of them. And then it becomes a completely new place. And then graciously also, His Excellency brought his team of engineers, the commissioner for works. They came for inspection, measured all the network of roads. Then as we speak, although the network of roads have all been asphalted, tarred, with drainage in both sides. So if you come into IMT now, it is completely a new place.
I'm Ifeoma Nwobodo, Mrs., and I'm the chairman of the Governing Council of the Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu. The governor had given us a mandate as a council to go around and turn around that institution and put it back in the pedestal where it used to be. In the days of yore, you can't mention 2 polytechnics without mentioning IMT Enugu. The institute produced the best engineers, the best accountants who qualified as chartered accountants once they graduated. Even a lot of people who graduated from mass communication and a lot of our celebrity artists came out of that school. So IMT has been known for quality of its graduates. I'm glad to say that right now we are repositioning that institute to where it should be. We've received a lot of support from His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State. I can't thank the Governor enough for the support we have received from him as a council and as management, as an institute. And I want to, on behalf of the staff, students, management, and council of the Institute of Management and Technology, thank His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Ifeanyi Lawrence Ugwuanyi, for how he has picked up interest in education and his desire to see that IMT returns to its former glory and actually exceeds it.
Enugu, IMT, Skills and Service, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu.